Hi everyone, I am the Beardy Red Viking, and this is going to be a contest entry for Paul Divito. So welcome to another episode of A Beardy Red Viking. Today, as discussed, I am going to be entering Paul Divito's contest. He set this around about a month ago now, or maybe a little bit more than that actually, in celebration of having achieved 50 subscribers. Paul has been involved in the VC, vinyl community, and metal community, the little metal portion of the vinyl community, for a good long time now. He's been commenting on my videos, he's been commenting on plenty of other people's videos for quite some time too. Lovely fella. He's recently started his own channel and he's just hit 50 subscribers. So to celebrate, he's asked us to show 5 green album covers and to shout out 5 other channels on the VC that we think deserve more support than they're currently getting. So before we get into that, I'll show you what we're listening to in the background. This is Horrified, which is one of the CDs I got given kindly by Sean in my last video. So yeah, bit of filthy, horrible, dirty, sludgy, death metal sounding stuff. Highly recommend giving it a go. So my choice of the 5 albums are as follows. I'll show them in alphabetical order because that's when they came off my shelf. So first off is Antichrist by Akakoka. Akakoka is what I've always called them. I'm not 100% sure that's correct, but that's what I'm going for. This is their 4th album, I think it was. This might be their 5th. Anyway, it's not the best of their albums, I don't think, personally. It's not a bad album by any means. But it didn't stand up to the previous stuff they'd done, the likes of Corons on and Words That Go Unspoken, and Days That Go Undone are better albums in my opinion. But this is still a fantastic album. It's got a couple of covers at the end on this special edition. It's in one of those horrible super dual case CD cases, which I hate personally. You might like them. I've never been a fan because they're completely different to all my others and I'm a little bit obsessed with things matching. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, they've got a cover of Chapel of Ghouls by Morbid Angel, which is one of my favourite Morbid Angel tracks. And they've also got a cover of Leprosy by Death on here, which definitely ends the album on a high note because they are fantastic covers. Akakoka are a fantastic band full of absolutely insanely good musicians. Give it a go. As I say, I don't think it's the best, but yeah. It's a green album cover. Next up, I've gone with Detonation, Portals to Euphobia. I've shown this before. It's a uncovered gem, I would say. They're not a well-known band. I saw them supporting Decapitated back in about 2005 and loved them ever since. They've not put anything out for a good 10 years or so now, but this was their album from 2005, I think. I saw them again at the Thatched House, which is a local pub to me down in Stockport, which is now sadly closed as well. There's about 12 people there. It was an amazing gig. Melodic death metal with a bit more ferocity, a bit more sort of blasty stuff going on. Really good album, really good band. They've got a few other albums, which I own all of. Fantastic. Highly recommend checking them out. Detonation, Portals to Euphobia. Next up is it's technically an EP. It's only 1 track actually, but it's 27 minutes long, so I'm going to call it an album. Meshuggah's Eye. This is the first music I really listened to by Meshuggah properly. I had previously heard bits of stuff off Nothing and a couple of other bits of their music in the past, but I just didn't get it. Then I saw this for £7 in HMV or something like that. It's about 15 years ago down. Don't know, I'm trying to remember what price it was, but it was cheap. And I thought, fuck it, I'm going to give it a go. Stuck it on my CD player, my portable CD player. Do you remember them? On the way home, on the bus back to my house. And it mesmerised me. It's absolutely incredible, and I've been a big fan of Meshuggah ever since. I by Meshuggah, 27-minute song, utter brilliance. Next is Made Me Do It by The Haunted. which is probably their most well-known album. It's the one with Bury Your Dead, Trespass, Hollow Ground, Leech. Absolutely brilliant album. This is the first album with Marco Arro, the second vocalist, who joined after the first album, then left after the next album after this, and then came back a couple of albums after that. So he is back in The Haunted now, but he left not after this album, but after the one after this. It's a fantastic album, thrashy, melodic, brutal in places. I'm sure you probably all know it if you're going to be interested in it, but if you don't know The Haunted, check this out. This is probably the album that's most likely to get you into it. It's not actually my favourite by The Haunted, that would be The Dead Eye, which might be surprising to some of you, but it's a fantastic album all the same. The Haunted made me do it. And finally, a melodic death metal masterpiece, Oracle by In Flames. Probably don't need to tell too many people about this. It's a fantastic album. It's one of their absolute classics. It's got Jotun on it, Gyroscope, Jester Script Transfigured, Episode 666, Oracle, the title track. Fantastic artwork, mostly green. You might not be seeing a lot of the green because of the light on this particular video, but yeah, it's definitely green. Oracle by In Flames. Check it out. Brilliant album. Now, the second part of the contest was to shout out 5 YouTube channels that you think deserve a bit more respect and a bit more love than they're currently getting. So here are my 5. I will be listing all these channels down in my description down below, so you can go and check them out. So first up is my friend Mart, Mastodon Mart. As I've mentioned a few times before, he sent me the Mastodon album in the previous video that I uploaded. Fantastic guy, lovely fella. He shows a lot of t-shirts, which isn't something a lot of people do on the VC. He's got a series called T-Shirt Talk where he does that. He also shows his vinyl and talks about when he's picking them up. He also discusses the gigs that he bought a lot of the t-shirts from. Really interesting channel, really nice guy. Go and check him out. Next up is Death Metal D 1976. Dylan, fairly new to the VC, started back in about January, I think. But again, another lovely fella, and he's a proper cunt. So go and check him out. Then is a little bit of a detour to my friend David over in LA, I think he lives. His channel is Garage Geek. It's a bit different to the channels I've mentioned and will be mentioning, where he does talk about music, but he also talks about comic books, about movies, about stuff he's been watching on the telly, about books. Yeah, really interesting channel. He does a Friday night chat every Friday where he talks about half an hour about what he's been watching and listening to over the previous week. He did also do a few collaborations with people in the VC back end of last year where he put them out of their comfort zone, had them listening to stuff that they might not listen to and listen to a load of dirty, horrible death metal. So yeah, he's a good guy. I chat to him a fair bit, and go and check out his channel. As I say, I'll be linking all these down below. Next is Chris over at Green Saber. Green Saber is the name of his band, but it's also the name of his channel on YouTube. He does a series called Doom Telly, and he talks about all sorts of metal-related goodness. Fantastic guy, lives over in Leeds, I believe. He's got a band, Green Saber, who are based in Lancaster. Hoping to go and see his band soon. Fantastic Doom band. If you haven't checked them out, give them a listen. You'll be able to see links to that on his channel. But yeah, fantastic fella, great channel. Check it out. Last is my fellow Simon, Pieface. Another guy who's been chatting to people on the VC for years, long before I was a part of the VC. He was commenting on people's videos, but he's finally started a channel fairly recently, again, but probably back about January. I think he started with the metal tag this year. Lovely fella, knows a lot about music, has got an absolutely insane collection of CDs, which you'll see behind him on his wall. If you do watch his videos, again, he knows a lot. He has a lot of varied taste in metal, all kinds of underground stuff, all kinds of stuff that you may not have heard of. Well, certainly a lot of stuff I've not heard of. Not that I claim to be any kind of authority on anything. But yeah, go and check out Pieface. Go and check out all these dudes. I will be leaving links in the description below. So thanks very much for watching. Make sure you check out Paul's channel, I will again link his channel down below as well. I think there's a little bit more to the name of his channel, so I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. But yeah, Paul Divito, if you search for that, you'll find him. If not, I'll link him down below. Great guy, and he has great taste in music and has a nice little channel going. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good weekend. Beardy Red Viking, out.